You know, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that 2017 was overall a lot worse for pop music than 2016 was. I mean, that's kind of a theme, though, isn't it? 2016, in reality, most of the negative stuff was just a sign of negative things to come, and 2017 was sort of the actualization of those things. Let's hope that 2018 is better, but, you know, in order to cleanse our palates of all the bullshit, what we need to do is go back and really take a look at the bad stuff first. I'm counting down the top 10 worst hit songs of 2017, which will include songs that made the Billboard Year-End Hot 100 for 2017, but did not make the Year-End Hot 100 for 2016. This means that there are going to be a few choices that some people are probably going to find very strange, but you know what? That's the way I do my list. I feel like it's objective. Let's just get this over with.
Bad and bullshit, bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi.
You know who I wasn't expecting to actually have any hit songs? Migos.
When I heard the musical equivalent of clickbait from songs like Versace and Hannah Montana, and terrible contributions to modern meme culture that make me fear for modern society, I wasn't expecting them to become, you know, decent.
I'd like to think that Migos has just, you know, actually gotten better, and I certainly feel like they have, but I think another factor to consider in this is maybe they're being a little bit more selective with what singles they choose. Mostly.
Mama told me.
This is a song filled to the brim with annoying sounds and a slow as fuck flow, pretending to be fast.
Which normally would just be something that I just plain don't want to listen to. But you know, the real problem here is the fact that this entire song is just one giant Dem Franchise Boys reference.
Yeah, the big issue with this terrible song is that I've heard this terrible song before.
I mean, it's literally about dealing drugs in a white t-shirt. The two songs even use the exact same slang for dealing drugs.
Mama told me not to sell word.
Matter of fact, Dem Franchise Boys do a much better job of explaining what work is. Isn't the entire chorus just from a D4L song?
17.5, same color t-shirt.
And you know I keep work. 17.5, same color t-shirt.
Look, guys, if you're gonna suck, at least be original with it, okay? I mean that at least tells me that you're trying.
Bad and bullshit, bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi.
You know what? I really like 21 Savage. I do. Well, okay, sometimes. He can be a little bit boring at times, though. Case in point.
M's in my bank account, yeah.
There isn't much to say about why I don't like this one.
I mean, in reality, it's just, like I said, boring. And hey, if you don't find the song boring, that's great. I respect that fully. But I do, though. There's not really a whole lot positive or negative going on in the song. That's pretty much all there is to it. Actually, no, there are one or two lines I could point out that are pretty bad.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Because counting numbers equals good lyrics. I mean, what is this, the Jaquan School of Lyricism here? Nobody's gonna get that reference. Actually, like midway through the first verse, he has a weirdly timed rhyme scheme change. Okay, I need to explain this a little bit. See, it's like it comes like midway through the line, right? In midway through a stanza, and it's like, you know, if there were actual lyrics to justify this or something along those lines, I would actually not really mind at all. But
Trip across the plug, we do not play fair, yeah. Oh God, got them tennis chains on and they real blingy.
There's really no reason for it here.
By the way, this transition is so fucking awful they cut it out of the music video. They knew.
That kind of makes his normal tired delivery much more of a down note than it normally would be. I mean, thanks, but I'd rather listen to No Heart. Can we get more songs like that, please, instead of this? Appreciate it.
Bad and bullshit, bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi.
Okay, so this is one of the songs that I felt the biggest need to clarify my criteria for, because this song actually came out in May of 2016, but it was not on the year-end Hot 100 for 2016, so I wasn't going to talk about it then, and it was on the year-end for this year, so I am going to talk about it now. No wonder this shit don't get enough views. I'm clearly not clickbaiting enough!
I mean, you can hear what's wrong with this song already, right?
The best way I know how to describe this song is, well, noisy. Okay, I'm an EDM fan. This shouldn't be that much of an issue for me, right? See, there's a difference between emulating DJ Snake, emulating stuff like Turn Down for What and Lean On in order to try and grasp what made that song so good, right? There's a difference between using those samples in an intelligent way that makes them part of the music, which DJ Snake has failed to do from time to time, mind you. There's a difference between at least making an effort to do that and just throwing random samples in the song because that's what the kids like these days.
I want you to listen to this hook behind me for a second.
That is not a hook! You know, the lyrics in the rest of the song don't really help all that much either. Actually, why do more people not talk about those?
You're the reason I'm alone and masturbate.
Yes, let's talk about your self-pleasure habits in a song that's supposed to be about how much you miss your ex-girlfriend. That's fine.
I was the prototype, like 3 stacks on that CD.
Okay, I know what you're referencing. You're referencing a song from the Outkast album, The Love Below, called The Prototype. It's specifically The Love Below is the part of the double album speaker box, The Love Below, that was primarily done by Andre 3000. Yeah, small question. Who the fuck calls him 3 stacks?
If this song's instrumentalization at least conveyed the emotions it's trying to, then I'd give it a bit more of a pass, but as it stands right now, fuck this song and everything it stands for.
All-time low is fucking right!
Bad and bullshit, bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi.
At the beginning of last year, I reviewed a Ray Shremmerd song called Black Beetles, and I feel like maybe I was a little bit too unfair to it.
There were definitely some bad lines in the song, but the feel of the song is actually pretty good.
Although Gucci Mane was still pretty terrible. In fact, all the credit I kind of give back to the song, looking back on it, really does go to Sway Lee and Slim Jimmy. Or Jiximi, or however the fuck you pronounce it. You know, maybe I should listen to a song of theirs without the features.
Know some young niggas like to sweat.
Oh god, I take it all back, please, dear God, help!
Falsetto and auto-tune do not go together. Okay, look. I'm not the type of person who automatically dismisses a song because it uses auto-tune, but you need to know how to use it. You need to know, specifically, how to not use it like this. Okay, Sway, you know how I gave you credit for being able to emulate rock vocals on Black Beatles? What you're emulating now is a cocaine overdose. And what's Jimmy doing on this song?
I could've went to school to be a doctor, but I dropped out and chose to be a baller.
Oh, you know, generic bragging with a growly voice. So, you know, the other end of the spectrum of emulating a cocaine overdose. Hell, even the beat sounds like it's been doing too many lines. I never thought that Ray Shremmerd would make a song that I hate more than Up Like Trump. Congratulations, you have not failed to disappoint me again. Bravo.
Bad and bullshit, bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi.
And thus we have the first song on the year-end list that I actually talked about the previous year. And to be fair, it's like one of the few songs on either list that has that qualification to it. I did not review a lot of music last year, did I?
I don't wanna live.
Speaking of problematic falsettos, here's the fucking poster child.
The song isn't really helped by its association with a film series that some people think is about an abusive relationship, although it claims to be about a BDSM relationship, which I would totally have an opinion on if I cared enough. But I think the real problem here is that everything about this song is, like, more limp-wristed than me.
Look, the Weeknd song from the first movie is still the only Weeknd song I actively don't like, but at the very least it has some kind of energy to it.
But this song is just both artists kind of phoning it in. Where's Zayn's style that I gave him so much credit for before? Where's Taylor's anything that made her good back in 2015? Right. I forgot. Taylor can't come to the phone right now. The old Taylor's dead. Sorry, I forgot.
Bad and bullshit, bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi.
So here's an artist I probably should talk about more. Now, before I dig into this piece of shit, I do want to give him some credit for something.
Cheyenne from his album Everything Is For is actually a really good song.
I mean, it's not exactly D'Angelo or Confessions era Usher or anything, but you know what? It does a really good job of conveying the heartache that the subject matter entails. We should see more Jason Derulo that's like that. Even with the electronic instrumentalization, it does a good job of conveying emotion, which is something that good EDM will do. But that's beside the point. This is good. I want more like this, but let's be honest. We all know that because Wiggle and Get Ugly get high on the charts, sell a bunch of copies, get a bunch of ad revenue or whatever bullshit they use to make money, we get more of that fucking shit.
Shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah.
Oh look, another song that's a mashup of random sound effects and annoying vocal samples.
Since when did will.i.am produce all pop music? Well, nowadays, since when did he produce all pop music? In fact, who did produce this? Ricky Reed? What else he do?
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Talk dirty to me.
It all makes sense now. No, that can't be right. No.
Bad and bullshit, bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi.
Okay, so I have a real important question. What the fuck is this guy doing in the XXL freshman class?
In New York, I'm in Leroy.
Oh my god, it's like every single line of the song is a filler line from a song full of filler lines.
Seriously, I think there's like one good line in the entire song. And the fact that he's mumbling so much doesn't really help either. I mean, I don't really have a problem with mumble rap, but this is a little ridiculous. There isn't really all that much to say about this song other than wondering what the fucking op is. Is that like slang for officer? I mean, I guess that makes sense. Where do you get it as op though? I don't really understand. Maybe it's because I'm white. I don't know. But either way, there isn't that much to say about this song. And I know that this is a short segment, but you know, you hear one 15-second clip of this song, you've heard the entire song. It repeats pretty much everything, loops back. There's really no musical change. There's no change in like the cadence to his lyrics. There's changes to the content of the lyrics, but the lyrics are so meaningless that it doesn't really matter. I think we can get away with a little bit less suffering, right? Right?
Bad and bullshit, bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi.
You know what? Number 4 and number 3 are really close together. I can see how someone could make a case of Playboi Carti maybe needing to be higher on the list than this song. Or lower, depending on how you look at it. But you know, I do have a reason in my mind for why this one trumps Playboi Carti. See, Playboi Carti during that one kind of sounded like he was freestyling and didn't really plan out anything ahead of time at all, and that's one thing. It's a whole nother where in this song I can very clearly tell that he planned the most of what he was saying, at the very least, before hitting the booth. And he still sounds like dog shit.
That fucking stretched sound all over the chorus is fucking awful.
But just that wouldn't be enough for me to hate the song.
I mean, a couple of years ago, a similar vocal take was on a song that I really liked.
So it's gotta be more than that. And I would say it would probably be the rest of the lyrics. I mean, they're either boring, repetitive,
I talk about the red, call that ball of red. I get in the girl I want,
or just...
That money make me come and make me fornicate.
The fuck? The money makes... That's just gross, man. I'm not buying cocaine from you. I don't want you fucking my money.
On this shit, I need some toilet paper.
Okay, look, I'm not normally one to get onto people for forced rhyme schemes too hard, but really? And race doesn't rhyme with want either!
I told you niggas I was gonna be that fucking nigga.
Okay, sir, I don't want to hear about you fucking anything right about now. You need to back up.
Everything be good until you doing better than them.
That also does not rhyme. Do you see why I say fuck this song? It's kind of because fuck this song.
Bad and bullshit. Bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi.
Hey, remember what I was saying about the old Taylor Swift and the phone earlier? Yeah.
For those who don't know, Style is one of the Taylor songs that I really like. Blank Space from the same album really shows how good Taylor can be at being a vindictive bitch.
Luckily, there was another song this year that did a good job of showing a previously seen as innocent figure being kind of a vindictive bitch. And that song, of course, was...
Sorry Not Sorry by Demi Lovato.
I mean, who thought Miss Cool for the Summer was such a bitch? Alright, Taylor tried it this year too. Didn't go nearly as good for her.
Oh, look what you made me do.
This and Swalla are probably the only songs on the list where the production is a giant mess.
I mean, it keeps building up to this non-existent crescendo and one giant tease. And part of this comes down to Taylor's delivery too. I mean, I really do kind of like the bridge, but I can't help but put it this high on the list when it just leads to Robo-Taylor pretending to be one of your humans. Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you made me. Look what you just made me. Look what you made me do.
This is a do-nothing song and a limp-wristed attempt at fully embracing Taylor's inner bitch.
And look for any song from Reputation to be a candidate for this list next year if it becomes a hit. I really hope Ready For It makes next year's year-end 100. I'll probably have a 10-minute segment for one song, I bet.
Bad and bullshit. Bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi.
So, does anybody remember the end of my worst list last year? Show of hands? Half of you probably weren't even subscribed back then. That's fine, I understand. Here's a clip.
This song can go die in a dumpster fire made of hypodermic needles for all I care.
And hopefully we don't have to deal with anything nearly this bad in 2017.
Juju on that beat. Juju on that beat.
God damn it, I forgot about Silento 3.0. I fucking called it!
Juju on that beat. Juju on.
I fucking knew that there was no way anything was going to outdo this song by the time the end of 2017 rolled around.
And I also knew that if it didn't make the 2016 year-end list, which it didn't, it was gonna make the 2017 year-end list. I fucking called it! Let's do this.
I'm sure you guys have heard plenty by now about how the beat is actually from 2004 crunk song Nuck If You Fuck by Crime Mob.
That's not the only thing they stole from the original song.
Okay, we knuckin' and buckin' and ready to fight.
Yeah, we knuckin' and buckin' and ready to fight.
Now, the reason this lyric doesn't work is kind of the reason that this beat doesn't work. See, the original song is about Crime Mob being ready to kick somebody's fucking ass, to fight them. I mean, to be fair, you could certainly reinterpret that as an aggressive form of dance if you really wanted to. But, you know, if you're going to take a lyric from the original song in order to do that, maybe you shouldn't take the one that explicitly mentions fighting!
This is normally the point where I'd say fuck this song, but I have way too many things that I've been holding on to.
Zay Hilfiger, perhaps the worst rap name I've heard since Slim Jximmy, is a do-nothing person on this song. He has a hook that's terrible and 4 bars that are non-existent, but he doesn't do anything with those 4 bars at all. But his crimes against music are downright tame compared to Zayon McCall, another terrible rap name. It's probably their real names. They should probably have pseudonyms if their real names are that bad. You know what? Case in point. Let's play Find the Rhyme Scheme.
And I'm a Detroit baby and I don't know nothing else besides drinking and having parties and having some fun.
Did you fucking find it? Because it's been a year and I sure as hell haven't.
The only lines that come anywhere near rhyming are the first 2.
And half of that job is already done for him. Oh, but then there's the end of this verse.
I mean, I like your style. I'm on a whole nother level. If you compare me and you, there wouldn't be no comparison.
You know what? I'd be willing to accept the lack of rhyming as just a thing. A bad thing. It's stupid, a terrible thing. But still a thing. It would at least be consistent. But you had so much fucking space at the end of that fucking line to finish the word comparison. Just finish the word! You had one syllable, not even one syllable, like half a syllable to say, and you just cut yourself off thinking it would magically make things rhyme when it fucking didn't. Matter of fact, the word rhymes better if you just fucking finish it. It comes closer to actually rhyming. Oh, but fucking then, this song just keeps on giving. Then there's the crime against humanity that is the end of the chorus. Everybody knows this. Everybody knows this by now. Just play it.
Do your dance, do your dance, do your dance, ay. You ugly. You your daddy's son.
I know what the joke I'm supposed to make here is. Oh, you just called my dad ugly. No, he didn't even do that. That would be interesting. There's no connection here. He just says that I'm ugly and that I am in fact the product of my father's semen. There's nothing connecting these two statements. They're just two statements. And the ugly part is even contrary to what a song like this is really supposed to be about. You know, that's a different issue. You know what? At least it's original. Wait. Oh yeah, that's right. They got this from somewhere else. And the person they stole it from used it better!
Yo, let's pick up this paper and put down the guns. Your mama know you're ugly. You your daddy's son. Yo!
See, notice how he establishes the parental relationship and uses that as the ending line as the reason why your mama would know that you're ugly. Your mama knows you're ugly because your daddy's ugly and you're your daddy's son. See, it's a joke. It's actually a fucking joke. And this song sucks too! When I called these guys Silento 3.0, I wasn't fucking kidding.
If I had done this list in 2015, Silento damn sure would have been number 1, and these guys probably deserved the number 1 spot last year.
And since I'm so fucking good at predicting this shit, I'll see you guys for the top 10 worst hit songs of 2018, during which I'll be putting Gucci Gang by Lil Pump at number 1. I sincerely hope that I'm correct in that. I don't think I could physically handle if 2018 produced a worse song than that.